Hello and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking today on my video. Today we are doing a unboxing and testing out October's Ipsy. I love Ipsy. If you don't know what Ipsy is a monthly makeup subscription, and they send you products that are curated for you off of a profile that you fill out when you sign up with them. And every month you get a little goodie bag is what I call it, filled with makeup goodies. So this month for October, they're doing Your Magic, and it comes in a cute little black drawstring bag like this. Super cute. I love the way it looks. And of course, you get a card inside letting you know about what's going on for the month. This is October 2020, super cute. So let's dig in and see what I got this month. So my box came a little damaged. So here we have the Watermelon Burst Hydrating Primer. From Ciaté London. Encapsulated watermelon burst and brightening activities. Instantly refresh and moisturize makeup application with Ciaté's London Watermelon Burst Hydrating Primer. Oh, yes. Comes with a little pump. Feels very refreshing. Smells watermelony. Ooh, feels nice. Feels very, very nice. Yay. We also got the Violet Voss Crème Brûlée eyeshadow palette. This is the fun sized. And it comes like this. Ooh. Oh, so cute. That is just fall vibes in the palette right there. Ooh. But oh, so pretty. Yes, so excited to put that on my eyes. I also got the Tarte High Performance Shape Tape Setting Powder. Absorbs all oil and mattifies, blurs, bakes, and sets. Mess-free sifter, formulated with vitamin C for brightening. All right, very your typical Shape Tape design. And it's gonna open up for you like that. And has your little powder puff. Oh, your little protector and your sifter at the bottom. Oh, very excited to put that to use. I also got a Lovecraft Beauty eyeshadow palette. Oh, super cute. High purpose eyeshadows, including highly pigmented neutrals, plus layering effects of metallics, soft satin mattes, and shimmer highlighting shades. Ooh, it's even on the palette itself. That is so pretty. Very October vibes. Ooh, super sway. Very nice. Can't wait to use that also. Another setting powder. This is from Ciaté London, their extraordinary translucent powder. I received a mini version of this palette when I had the Ipsy bag, because they have 3 tiers to their Ipsy. I have the middle one when they had their smaller bag. And I'm talking about their smaller bag. It's like you get a smaller bag like this filled with smaller samples of the makeup. And I got this in that. And I've used it before. And that's that. This looks like a stark white color, as opposed to this one has color to it. And they both say that they're translucent, but you can tell their Tarte Shape tape has some color to it. And then with Ipsy, you can do add-ons, so you can add on to your bags. And I went ahead and added on the Oil and Shine Control Primer from Smashbox, their Photofinish primer. And I also added the Tarte Maracuja Tinted Hydrator. with it too. So these are two were my little add-ons to it. So that is my October bag. So I can't wait to test some of these products out. So because I got 2 eyeshadow palettes and I got 2 setting powders, I'm just going to, for this video, I think I'm going to use the Ciaté with the Violet Voss. And then I'll make a part 2 featuring these and the primer, since I will be using the watermelon primer in this video. And I'll be using this in a part 2 video. So let's get some of these products on my face. So let's start with the Watermelon Burst Hydrating Primer. There we go. So because this is a hydrating primer and I do have an oily T-zone, I'm just gonna focus this on the outer part of my face. Not so much here on the outer. Ooh, that actually feels very nice. I actually really like the way that feels. It feels cool, like a gel moisturizer. Okay, so I'm gonna give that some time to absorb. Okay, so I went ahead and primed my eyelids already, and we're gonna go in with our Violet Voss. So again, just such a pretty palette. So I'm gonna go in with this color here, and this little palette doesn't have any names. Ooh, it's very orangey. And I really don't know what I'm doing. I'm just making it up as I go here. I love these type of makeup subscriptions like this, because honestly, every month it's like Christmas Day in a way. Always just so exciting to see what you get for the month. New stuff to try out. And honestly, you're giving, you are given products that you wouldn't have thought to have purchased for yourself. Some of the eyeshadow palettes really take you out of your comfort zone to try, and to me, I like that, because if it were to me, I would stick to browns all the time, and I've gotten some really vibrant eyeshadows palettes and have taken me completely out of my comfort zone and has pushed me into using way more color these past 2 years that I've been getting these makeup subscriptions. And I do want to put out there, it's not a sponsored video. I've been subscribing to this company for almost 2 years, I believe. And this is actually going on really nicely. And I didn't set the primer on my eye. And it's fairly true to the color that's in the palette, which is really nice. So now I will be going in with this color here, and I will be going in with the same brush. If you have a little piece like this, I showed this in one of my previous videos. It's one of those liners that come in my subscription boxes, but it's really good to clean off your brush, and you can use the same brush. And then I'm gonna go into that color, pick that up nicely, and I'm just gonna go in the same direction that I put the other one in, but it's just gonna darken it up slightly. There is some kickback on this palette. Doesn't bother me, but if it bothers you, there is. So far, I like the way they're blending. So for the lid, and this little thing actually works for this too. It does take it off your finger. To take a brush and see if by spritzing the color, it'll get a little more intense. I feel like it picked up a lot better on my finger than it did on my little brush here. Give that a spritz, and then, oh yeah, it intensified it just a little bit. I just want to put something in the middle there, and I think I'm going to take this olivey color that's here. Oh, wow, it's coppery. Oh, that crumbled a little bit. This one crumbled. Do the other eye. Okay, so to add a little bit of dimension here to the corner, I'm going to take that chocolate color that's in this palette, and this seems to have a little bit of gold reflex in it, and that's picking up nicely right there. I don't really see it coming up. Let me switch brushes. Let me see if this one will. So I'm gonna switch over to a flatter blending. This is the blending E85 from Sigma. If it don't work with this, then I don't know what to say about it. Okay, so it's like a barely there brown. It's just the brush itself and just whatever is on my eyelid. I'm just gonna blend. Fall out. So I'm going to clean that up. Okay. So that's what we got so far on the eyes. The brown could have been a little better, in my opinion. I really wanted something like a little darker in that corner right there. But overall, the shadows performed really nicely. And like I said, that primer has sort of like a tacky feeling, which is nice. And that was the Hydrating by Ciaté. So for my base, I am gonna go in with this, with the little add-on sample size that I got from Tarte. This is 225 light sand. I hope it works out. Oh, it's already coming out of the little tube there. I'm just gonna apply it to my sponge here. It might be yellow. I don't really smell anything. I don't know what this is supposed to do. It doesn't really, because it's so small, it doesn't have any information on it. It just says Tinted Hydrator. Giving me a nice glow and even out my skin tone. Did tone down some of the redness in my face. Okay, so it gave me a glow, and it just evened out, like it helped tone down some of the redness in my face. I am gonna use some concealer and go off and do that. I went ahead and added some concealer to my face, and now we're gonna go in with the Ciaté Extraordinary Translucent Powder. And like I said, this is like a really stark white powder. Just gonna do that. Tap some into the lid. And very white, very, very white. Reminds me a lot of the Dermablend powder. Most other translucent powders that I've used have a slight tint to it, even though they say translucent. That actually feels nice, and it didn't make my under eyes look that bad, or not that bad, but bad. So I'm gonna set the rest of my face with this also. And for being so stark white, I like that it's not translating that on my skin like that. Okay, so this is what I'm getting now. Now that I'm setting it in this area right here, I'm getting like this cakey, patchy type of situation here. I don't like the way that looks. And I'm actually getting that everywhere. And this is how I normally apply my setting powders, or my translucent powders, is with a damp sponge. And that's what I'm getting with that there. It's here too. It just seems to be picking up. When I applied the powder, it just seems to be picking up instead of depositing powder. Does not look too great on my skin. And it completely picked it up right there. So I am gonna go off and do the rest of my face, and then I'll come back and talk a little bit more about these products. Okay, so I went off and did the rest of my face. Now, as this sat more on my face, the cakier it just looks. And my bronzer just did not go over it as seamlessly as it normally does. It did cake up over, it made my concealer just cake over. And I have been using this concealer for like a good week already with my other powders, and it works just fine. My nose looks very cakey too. Just, I honestly can't tell if it's the powder or if it's this working underneath it. And that could be the problem when you're trying out new stuff, you know, in combination like that. So just to finish up the look, I'm gonna go in with the Violet Voss Crème Brûlée, and I'm just gonna use the first color. I'm just gonna use that color up here, and I'm gonna run that on my under eye here. And I'm gonna bring it up here on the sides to kind of attach it to here. I'm doing the same thing over here. Bringing it up. I'm basically doing what I did on the top in the crease. I'm doing at the bottom. And okay, so this is what I came up with using the products from my Ipsy bag. Now, this is only a part one for this because I did get 2 primers, 2 powders, and 2 eyeshadow palettes. So this is just a part one. So let me go through the products. So this I really enjoyed. I like the way it feels. It was a little bit glowy on my face. I like that it had that little bit of a tackiness to it. I really enjoyed this. I will continue to use this on my face. The Tarte Maracuja Tinted Hydrator, not for me. And this is what I like about these subscription boxes or bags, is the fact that you can buy a little thing like this. It's only just a few dollars, and you can try it out and know that you don't like it or you do love it. And in this case, I just don't like it. It's not for me. I didn't go out and spend, you know, the full price on a full size product and then turn out that you didn't like it, and either now you're stuck with it or you have to take the time and go back to return it. In this case, it was just a few dollars. I don't like it. I know that now, and I can just pass it on to my sister or my daughters and know that it might work for them. Just because it didn't work for me doesn't mean it won't work for them. And that's that. As far as this powder, I don't know if it was the powder or the tinted hydrator that did what it did to my face. The only thing that I can say about this powder is that it did cake up over my concealer, and I have used this concealer consistently for about a week, and I know the way it performs. I will try this out with a different concealer and my typical foundation that I use on the daily, and I will see how it works out. I did like the fact that it's like a stark white powder, which is one of the reasons why I love the Dermablend powder, because it's just a stark white color. That was one of the things that kind of attracted me to this powder, that the whiteness of it. I am gonna give it another go and see if I can make it work. But overall, yeah, it just caked up on, it just made my base look caked up. And then the Violet Voss Crème Brûlée, I liked it. I actually enjoyed it. I didn't get to use all of the shimmers in the palette. I did use 2 of them, and then all the mattes except for this one here. The only one that I was disappointed with so far was the matte here. You do have to work it up, and even then you really can't see it too much on there. I'll try it out with a different brush and stuff like that, but I am still curious on using the other shimmers in this palette. They seem to be like just beautiful shimmers, and those seem to just performed. Those just seem to, you know, swatch on there really, really nicely. So I'm still very interested in continuing to use this palette. I think it just calls out fall vibes in this palette. So yeah, so thank you so much for continuing into the end. Just because some products did not work for me does not mean that they will not work for you. All of our skin situations are different. So yeah, so like I said, this is the part 1 of my Ipsy October 2020, and shortly I'll be posting up part 2 to this using the Tarte Shape tape, the Lovecraft eyeshadow, and the Oil and Shine Control Primer. That will be featured in part 2 of this video. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for clicking. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, bye.